Hey viewers, welcome to another game of Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing a Mordekaiser game. Mordekaiser is over here. I haven't seen Mordekaiser in quite a while. And we're going to have to see what he has to do, what he can do here. Yeah, Mordekaiser was one of the champions that kind of requested. Also got a Nasus game lined up already. So you don't have to send that one anymore. Still looking for like Cassiopeia and basically the more interesting top laners. I guess we can do a Darius game and a Jarvan game. The top laners, mid laners that are interesting to watch. Also, well, any kind of jungler that is interesting to watch. I haven't seen Shyvana in quite a while. I don't know, there are lots of people that I haven't done in a while. It's just that I get so many AD carries with pentakills and such that, yeah, I kind of did too many of those. And I kind of want to go back to kind of the more special champions. So anyway, this week we're going to do something different. I'm going to only upload 2 or 3 games every day. I'm going to all record them today and tomorrow, so yeah, there will be no interaction for those games. Basically, what I want to achieve is I want to record my entire week's worth of games in 2 days, so in my weekend, and then hopefully spend the whole week on something else. I have 2 projects lined up, but yeah, I won't spoil them for you. One of them is for you guys, one of them is just a game I'm working on. And yeah, anyhow, yeah, hopefully I will be able to well, get working or get some time to work on that once I finish the games here for today, well, for this week basically. And yeah, I hope you appreciate the work. Basically, now it's going to be a lot of work for 2 days, and then hopefully afterwards I won't have any problems anymore. So about Mordekaiser then. Mordekaiser, of course, a very strong tanky champion right off the bat, because he has that shield, and that shield is a substitute, of course, for his health. So 2 things you need to realize there. First of all, as long as you have skills up, so as long as you have skills off of cooldown, you can charge up that shield and you're basically invulnerable. Or at least you won't take damage to your HP as long as you have skills up. Second thing you have to realize that because it's a substitute for HP, it also well, benefits from armor and magic resist. So if you're in trouble, if you're in a hard lane for Mordekaiser, then buying a little bit of armor goes a long way. A little bit of armor, or in this case magic resist. Because, yeah, obviously if you get magic resist, like a Negatron cloak, then that not only adds to your HP, it also adds to the shield. And all in all, that is exactly what you want. You want to be as tanky as possible while still doing a lot of damage. So building Negatron Cloak into Abyssal Scepter would be a very acceptable thing to do. It also would be, well, a very kind of protection-based thing to do. So it adds a lot of damage, but it also adds a lot of resistance, and that's exactly what you should do with champions that have a shield. They benefit a lot from just a little bit of armor or magic resist. And well, you can basically do whatever you want. And finally we see the shield coming out. I know most of the pro players use that shield to keep up the well, the shield. It's not a shield, it's an armor, I think. I don't know. The whatever. It gives you extra armor, but yeah, I don't know what it's called. The shield thingy does add a lot to your shield regen, and yeah, well, overall that just does a whole lot of good. Let's just call it at that and be done with it. So yeah, this is the problem with going up against Gragas. He is so hard to defeat because he can just toss out those barrels from his Q and just get the whole minion wave that way, even though he's nowhere near the minions, and he does have well, a melee attack, of course. It's still really hard to keep him away from farm. Of course, he also regens mana and he is very tanky. Yeah, that all in all, that just makes for a very difficult thing to do. Yeah, getting in a little bit too far here, paying the price. But you saw the amount of shield he regened from just 1 or 2 skills, and that, of course, is, well, his strength. Going to have to see what he actually built. He's going for Amplifying Tome. I don't know what he started, to be honest. I think he started Amplifying Tome, which is of course not the best thing to have. The best thing would be Boots and Potions, because it's always Boots and Potions. It's not a mystery. Boots and Potions is just the best way to start. And yeah, we see him now coming in with those boots and potions. Lots of potions, in fact. A little more than he should need, but well, I guess he thinks he needs them, so yeah, it's all good. We have a ward here. I think this is a ward. I'm assuming this is a ward. And wow, that was a complete waste of an ultimate. But anyway, we're going to almost get a kill because of that. And it is actually... No! Wow! He gets away! Oh, under 20 HP. Are you kidding me? Oh, ridiculous. Ridiculous. Come on. I didn't find him. No, no, no. There's no way. Oh my god. If only he... yeah, he could reach with another skill. Would have been good. But yeah, the Ignite seems to be working, but it just wasn't enough damage. Ignite, of course, a very low amount of damage on purpose, because it's more about the health debuff, or the health regen debuff. So yeah, it does a little bit of damage, sure, but it's definitely not enough to grab the kill every time. And yeah, it's 170 damage. But the 50% reduced healing is way more important. And that's exactly the way that's supposed to work. It's not supposed to be another nuke. It's supposed to be a thing you can actually survive easily, unless people are pressuring you and you rely on a heal to save you. And, well, in this case, the Ignite didn't finish him off because there wasn't enough pressure. But yeah, as I said, one more skill, and that would have worked out. One more attack from any of them. But the problem was, of course, they're both not ranged. The jungler is not ranged, and the mid laner is not ranged. So it's pretty hard to pick off those fleeing opponents. And wow, yeah, I'm still impressed by how little health he had left. Anyway, we're going to just do whatever. It's all good. It's basically a farm fest here up until, well, later in the game. And look at that, the damage coming out from Gragas is just pretty good, and his shield should sustain him here if he doesn't run. Yeah, his shield is good enough. Why is he, or how is he getting that shield every time? I don't know. Did he ult? Oh, he did ult. Okay, that's how he got that shield every time. So the ultimate, of course, adds a lot to your shield, and you should use that really early in the fight always, because it charges up your entire bar and then goes down from there. But yeah, well, the ultimate is, of course, a very big nuke. So yeah, you should only use it when you're thinking of getting the kill, or in this case, when you need the protection. So if you need the shield, it is probably your best bet. And you can see it. It pretty much took out the entire Ignite, on its own, and yeah, that's pretty useful, I would say. And it's not regen, just so we're clear on that. I was wondering whether he'd spell vamp, but he didn't. The shield regen is not health regen, so it doesn't get stopped by ignite, and that's why it's so effective against ignite. Shields are always very effective against ignite. But yeah, well, this shield, of course, because it's built in, yeah, it's just awesome. Anyway, he now learned that he needs to stay back a little bit more, stay back from that Gragas. Of course, this Gragas made some mistakes there. He used his ultimate to push Mordekaiser away instead of to draw him closer to him, which is exactly what he should have done. But yeah, well, I'm not saying this is perfect play. I'm just saying that was his mistake. And he should have done that differently, obviously. Oh, let me just get some work done on here. Oh. Okay, directed camera on then, so that we at least won't miss the kills. I was trying to get these guys to line up. Oh, everything is lined up. Wow. Huh, only a few switches. So top lane is being dominated here by Darius, who is doing a good job of controlling the lane minion-wise, but also has 2 kills versus 1. And yeah, the junglers, both of them have come in for some ganks. Not really successful ones though. And yeah, the Xin Zhao just died to mid lane Gragas. Mid lane then, yeah, even though it's 2 kills to 0, the minions are still the same. And that is, yeah, that's what we want to see. We want to see that he actually manages to come out ahead in the minions, but because he's he kind of messed up a little bit in the early game and gave away a kill. Yeah, because of that, normally you would get further and further behind, but yeah, well, he started playing safer, and now he is at the point where, well, he's doing pretty well. He has the spell vamp now. That's why I checked earlier on his stats. He doesn't have spell vamp from runes or masteries or anything like that. So yeah, this time he saw the ward going down, so he's not going to stand there this time. But yeah, the spell vamp is going to help out quite a lot in the sustain, because not only do you get the shield now, you also get health, and that of course is awesome sauce, because that's exactly what you would want. Oh, wow, and this is how you should play against Gragas. Keep moving, try to dodge those skills, and he dodged 2 in a row there, and that is of course very good to have. Yeah, dodging the skills is exactly what it's all about, because, well, if you dodge the skills, he does no damage, so he has no burst. And only the ultimate is not going to kill you, because the ultimate is pretty hard to dodge. It's a very fast spell. It's just, yeah, it's just very fast to get up against. I don't know why he didn't take out the raid camp. He could have easily taken out the raid camp. It takes like 2 skills, and since your skills are only cooldown based, well, you pay a little bit of health, but pff, who cares about that? Yeah, that's really, they might as well just remove the health there. It's only for like the first 2 minutes, and it's important, but after that it really doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, with creeping death alone you can take out the raid camp in a few seconds, but if you use the which one is that? That's this one, right? Yeah. So if you use the Siphon of Destruction as well, then it really only takes a second. And there's no way anyone is going to react to that. So bottom lane gets two kills here. Yeah, this time we had a successful gank coming in. Might have something to do with this misplaced ward, because that ward is in a complete wrong spot. This one is in a much better spot, but they probably weren't paying attention or something like that. Might have also just snuck in over here, because they just don't have the right things to, yeah, well, easy kill. They just don't have the right spots warded, and that's exactly how you miss kills or how you miss ganks. Because yeah, if you don't have the correct spots spotted, then you don't see them coming. Or if you don't pay attention to your wards, to your minimap, that's also a pretty sure way to die. So you can, yeah, I can assure you that you will die then if you don't keep track of your wards. Because then, why would you ward anyway? I mean, I know everyone says that, yeah, you need to ward and blah blah blah, but if you don't have the skills that it takes to watch your minimap, then warding isn't really your problem. So the fact that you could have seen them doesn't mean anything if you don't see them. So we have an Akali over there, and she should do very well against this Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser using his flash to get back in turret range and might actually just survive because of the shield. Look at that, the shield is still up, but no, 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 it's not good enough. This might actually, no, it's not going to kill him at all. Not even close. Nope, that's a shame. Yeah, the Akali, of course, very high damage, and Mordekaiser, yeah, can't really take that much burst damage. And he did very well in the beginning of that fight, but yeah, had to ult the Gragas, I guess. If he waited for like 2 seconds, Gragas would have backed off, and the Akali would have come in, but then he could have ulted the Akali and made her retreat. Because Gragas, yeah, seems to be really a little bit too afraid of taking tower damage. Even though he's Gragas, man, he doesn't get killed. I don't know why he built the Deathfire Grasp first, by the way. I mean, it's a good item, don't get me wrong, but it's not an awesome item. It's not like an item that I would definitely recommend on him. But yeah, for the later game, it's a good item. It adds to your burst, but it's just that if he went for something like, well, anything that that adds AP, you also get a larger burst. The problem is most of the time that you want to have, yeah, you want to have more burst on some champions without buying a very fragile item, and that's where Deathfire Grasp comes in. Because it is still a very fragile item, it's just that it gives you cooldown reduction, gives you a lot of AP. And all in all, it's just, yeah, it's just a good item for those kind of champions, but that's like Veigar and such. Champions that just want to burst someone down, and at some point your AP items are not going to cut it anymore. They're not going to add a whole lot of extra damage to your burst. Whereas a Deathfire Grasp always does 15% of someone's current HP. So 15% is a pretty big chunk if you compare that to, I don't know, a late game AP item. Not like Death Cap, but because Death Cap is actually always good. Doesn't really matter when you buy that. Except as a first item. I don't like it as a first item. But it's just, yeah, if you compare it to getting more AP is not going to add 15% of damage to your total, normally. Unless it's Death Cap. But yeah, that's where this item comes in, normally. To just add more to your burst. And oh, the Darius misses, then flashes in and does nothing with the follow-up. So basically wastes his flash there. It's a good thing he didn't use his ignite either. Or, no, he didn't use his ignite. Oh, that was bad English. Bad. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all about the funsies. And yeah, let's see if we can actually make this work, because it's kind of time to start doing something here. Because we farmed up enough. We have 140 minions, and he is pulling slightly ahead of Gragas, but he needs to start farming those raid camps. Even though, yes, that is scary, but you should really try to get this raid camp and this raid camp, so both of them, they belong to you, because you are Mordekaiser, and you should have that 400 minion, yeah, like, you should have like 400 minions by the, I don't know, 30-minute mark. Really, you can see it do an insane amount of damage with enough farm. And yeah, without that farm, it just doesn't work as well. So, wow, the Gragas gets killed in top lane. I was of course following this fight, so yeah, not seeing that, but it's all good. The Xin Zhao getting nuked quite hard, but I think that's all they had. So now they don't have to be afraid anymore. Yeah, Xin Zhao still needs to recall. Just get out of there, dude. You're not going to get this tower, this wave. And you need some poke first, and then you need to make sure that that there are minions, and you need to make sure this Akali doesn't kill you, and all kinds of good stuff. And oh wow, there was a trap in the bush. I was wondering how they saw him, but or her. But yeah, there was a trap in the bush, and she got detected. You can see the eyes above his head. The eyes of Nidalee. So yeah, we're just farming up with everyone. What's here? Is there a trap here? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, you can actually see it if you know it's there. Just very hard to see. Anyhow. Yeah, we are just going to defend this mid lane. Going to, well, take some minions over here. Seems that Misfortune had the same idea as the Ezreal, but all in all, well, top lane is kind of not pushed, mid lane is not pushed, and bottom lane is also not pushed. So yeah, everything is just where it should be, and both teams really just sitting back, farming it up, and really not worrying about anything else. And once again, she gets tagged by a trap. It's pretty amazing that she can find all of the traps. It seems that yeah, the blue team wants to go for this turret, but there's really no way they're going to get it anytime soon. For this tower is much more vulnerable for now because it's lower, and so you can actually tower dive it, or well, plain up kill it without minions there. Even though I would not recommend that. Oh, what just happened? Of course, the game decided to lag right at that moment, but he seemed to have flashed right at the same moment that the ultimate from Gragas went down. Yeah, he did. So he kind of stood in the same place. Very nicely done. And yeah, we're just going to defend this turret now. It is, of course, a really hard defense, 2 versus 4, but it can be done, especially because, well, this guy wasn't really on the map yet. And oh, Mordekaiser goes down, but he does get the kill there. Well, not the kill itself, I think, but it's all good. Anyhow, we get a nice defense off. This is a 3-for-1, I think. Yeah, so it's going to be a 4-for-1. Oh, he's already dead. Bleeding to death. So, yeah. He is, the hemorrhage actually killed him, and yeah, we are now going to be able to pick off this turret, and that's exactly what, well, should have been done. And as you can see, a few hits and that turret goes down, so yeah, they could have actually just tanked that turret. No problem. Wow, she already has a fully charged Archangel Staff. That is pretty impressive. Because that takes quite a while to stack up. It takes at least 250 seconds. But normally we see that take way more. Of course, with Nidalee, you use skills like every second. Because, well, they're free in Cougar mode. And they're, well, pretty low cost in human mode. So yeah, you will spam them every few seconds or every second, or I don't know. And wow, lots of damage going down on her because she has no defensive stats at all. And yeah, she does get out with her boots level 1, but yeah, the pounce is just too powerful. It seems that we missed the kill here. The dragon went down to our team, and I don't know where this guy came from, but a very nice way of doing this. And the... Yeah, oh, send in that clone. No, send it into the enemy tower. Yeah, Misfortune is one of the strongest clones. And yeah, you should really try to send it into the enemy tower if you can. Of course, Vayne is also very strong, and Graves. But Graves, I guess, still needs his skills to do extra damage. Misfortune really doesn't, and that's why she's so strong as a clone. Or as a shadow, or whatever you want to call her. But yeah. Of course, Vayne still, so Vayne's shadow still applies those silver bolts. So that's why Vayne is also a very strong contender. And that's why she always makes good targets to replicate. Oh, Yorick was also someone I was looking for, by the way. Oh, yeah, seeing from the game length right now, I might split this into 2 parts. I don't know yet. It's just because videos of 30 minutes or over just upload very slowly. YouTube just takes a long time to accept the longer videos. Yeah, so if I split them into two parts of let's say 20 minutes, are just way faster than one video of 40 minutes, and that's like, yeah, a 50% difference. So that's a whole lot of time on my part, and that's why I split my videos. But I'm not sure if I will. I mean, we're still under 30 minutes, but we still have some time to play. I'm intentionally not looking, and it's really hard, but I'm not looking at the game time. By the way, we are currently about 20, almost 30 minions ahead, which is excellent. Darius is also pulling ahead quite a lot. Yeah, I never want to watch at the game time, so I never do, and that means that I don't know, well, during casting even, I don't know when the end of the game is coming. Although sometimes I do watch if yeah, if there's something that annoys me about well, them not ending the game or something like that, then I do watch. But in this case, it's all still good. They're just really timid. They're standing back a little bit too much. They're too afraid of engaging in a fight, and they're too spread out to actually engage in a fight. Because they know there are 2 guys over here, the 3rd guy is invisible, but they should have known that there were only 2 guys mid. So running in there with 4 guys, or yeah, well, running in here with 4 guys now, makes for very easy kills, and this guy should die as well. Come on, kill him. Kill him! Yeah, he is dead. Yeah. Okay, nice. 2 kills. Finish the game, dudes. Finish the game. Yeah, I think both of the dudes are really unimportant. 0-1 with 51 minions and 0-4 with 8 minions. So yeah, even though we killed them, they don't really matter at all anyway. So... man, all kinds of tower shots going down. Yeah, this Nidalee really needs to be building something a little more tanky, because she is going down every single time to single spells. I mean, that was awesome, but that was awesome. And once again with Misfortune clone, and yeah, she just does a whole bunch of damage to the turret. Of course, they need to focus the turret with all of them, and yeah, they get the turret, no problem. And that's how you use the Misfortune clone. The first time he couldn't do it, I know that, but yeah, it would have been great if you just sent his clone somewhere. And Darius gets shut down here. He is 11 and 3, which is a pretty decent score. But well, it's Darius, so yeah. Darius is still highly powerful. I'm not saying overpowered, but he is definitely more powerful than most champions. He's just shut down very easily with a ranged carry, but that goes for virtually any non-ranged, so any melee carry. Except I guess for Lee Sin. Lee Sin would be my sole exception. The rest all has to buy armor and magic resist to go up against the ranged champions, especially armor of course. But yeah, Lee Sin really doesn't care. And well, most of the top laners are very tanky, let's say Nasus and Shen, those kind of yeah, just champions that do a lot of damage straight off without having to worry about something like, well, what will I build for damage? No, they just build tanky and they don't really care. I guess I'm only considering things like Gangplank and Kill. They're not really melee champions, they're kind of more semi-ranged. But yeah, are we going? No. Oh, I really thought we were going for this, but apparently we couldn't reach. So yeah, that's the disadvantage of having all kinds of non-range champions, even with non-range skills, because well, the skills on Mordekaiser are practically in zero range. So we can actually just go for this, man. Just tank the turret like a man. Yeah, Darius would be the best one to tank the turret because he really doesn't care at this point. He really just has Frozen Mallet and this to add the Runic Bulwark to add extra health to his health bar, and he really doesn't care about towers anymore. And that's exactly the way he's supposed to be. I mean, he's not supposed to care. And neither is Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser's still a little bit too timid, too much afraid of what might happen. And here we go, we get the kill, we get the shadow. And are we going to get more kills out of this? Switch targets to that other dude. There we go, double kill. Yeah, Gragas was doing a whole lot of damage that he shouldn't have. Oh, triple kill, nice. But now he's... Quadra? Who was the fourth then? Oh, is he going to do it? Oh my god! How did that guy die so fast? Holy crap! Oh, there was a guy... No, there were... Who was the fourth guy? I still don't know. Hang on, I have to revisit this whole fight now. Because I don't understand where that fourth one was coming from. Anyway, yeah, Darius is going to do some damage. Here, he's too far out here. He should really just stay closer to this. But of course, in this case, because of the Gragas ultimate, wouldn't really have mattered. It's one... Oh, yeah. I kind of didn't count the guy that was still here, because Tarek just sneaked into the fight. But yeah, there were two guys still here now, and I didn't even see them. The fourth guy was a Kali who was also there, and he is full health. How does he not get this kill? Man, that's just the power of that shield and the spell vamp. There's nothing else I can say about that. He didn't even use his Hextech Gunblade, which is pretty amazing. But all in all, a very surprising pentakill. I have to say that. That is just something I definitely didn't assume would happen, but well, there you go. Yeah, of course he wrote to me that, now I remember that there was a pentakill in this game, but I completely forgot. That's just, yeah, I know it's insane, and I don't know why they didn't push, by the way. They could have pushed this just to win, but I guess they weren't really interested in that. And here we go. Yeah, Nidalee, of course, grabbing that kill because she is really high damage by now. and building something with an equally large rod. So it might actually become a death cap. Oh, nice. Look at that damage, man. This guy really has no clue how his skills work, because he could have ulted into that team fight, that's one. But also, he didn't shield this at all. And I didn't see him shield any of the Mordekaiser abilities either. And he gets extra damage out of that in a fight like with the Mordekaiser. So, yeah, would have been good to at least block something. But yeah, Mordekaiser now so hard to kill. Because of all of that AP, he does a lot of damage. And a lot of damage means a lot of shield. And with a lot of shield, he just becomes very tanky. He becomes very hard to kill. Although technically he wouldn't be tanky, it would be more just have a large HP pool. Anyhow, we're going to wait for the minions to come in, I guess, from all sides, because all three lanes are pushing now. And it is just going to take a while. And in the meantime, everyone's just poking at the other team. Doesn't really matter. They're high enough health to do this for quite a while. Even getting the trap on Tarek and then having the javelin right in his face, it's kind of cool. So Gragas is the target of choice this time for the shadow. Not that it matters, but we are going to get another ace, and there we go, getting the kill. So yeah, oh, it's not an ace. Hang on, there's still one guy here. Okay, there's no guy here. So the ace goes down, and yeah, we end up with 9, 3, and 11. So not the greatest of all starts, but definitely a very good end. And look at that, 10 towers to 1. They only lost 1 tower. That is pretty impressive. Even though the enemy team was pressuring quite hard, and they just didn't lose towers, which is great. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.